So, spiritual redemption. Today, this is my topic, and I just want to share that with you and how you're going through it and what it is exactly about. So, it's a spiritual redemption awakening. I'll see you in a minute. Speak to you soon. So, Namaste. I hope you're well. And today, I want to speak about the spiritual redemption, the awakening. So, I'll explain a bit more about that shortly. But outside today, it's a beautiful day. It's Saturday evening, and I've just done my terrace garden. Got a few more plants, make it a bit more organic, make it a bit more drawn to Mother Earth, and I'm feeling so blessed and so humble. My meditation this morning was powerful, and it was really going deep into the darker. What should I say? The darker, but the deep into the darker side of meditation. When I say the darker side, besides which a lot of spirituality or spiritual people do not go, and that is getting more in touch with my true development and connecting more deeper with the unconsciousness, and most of all doing more deeper connections with the creator himself, and not just seeing that element as just a figure, but now as a ball of light and as the Godfather or the universe and where he exists and how he portrays his energy. But anyway, it's been really powerful, and it's been inspired me to write this to do this video today. I really sense that this is a shift for a few people, and I got my light on, which I'm loving, and my light's one at the back. I hope you're all well. So let me just jump on it. So today's spiritual redemption awakening is about you breaking away from mainstream spirituality, i.e., organized religion. And if you've got that calling, and then you now move in, or you feel you need to move to Wicca, spirituality itself, i.e., New Age movement, or if you want to go on and be into druidry, to be a druid, um, it's fine. You know, it's your calling, nobody else's. But the important part I wanted to say today is the dogmatic way how people try to label and keep people in born ascensions. So when you're born into a particular belief system called mum and dad or auntie or grandmother, are born that way. For example, when my oldest son was born, we got him christened Catholic, but when my second son was born, I was more into spiritual awakening, and my mum passed away, and I chose not to get him christened, for him to find his own way and find his own belief, for God to tap into him then, because that's my view. And because with me, I unpicked my belief system and what I felt was right from a spiritual point of view. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, you can't choose a spiritual path because you have to live by certain laws. The laws are there already. The laws of creation, the laws, we all know if we do wrong, we do right. If we do wrong, we're going to get punished. If we do right, we're going to get rewarded. The laws are there. And if you are in a certain spiritual belief system and you're not doing, and most of those spiritual systems believe that you should not be in harm to another human being anyway. So there are laws to live by, or I would say guidelines more than laws. There are certain guidelines, and for me, when what I believe in, I am a Gnostic, so I believe in knowledge through spirituality. So as I'm developing and growing, that's why with Karnak it's called learn together and grow together. For me, that's a Gnostic way of looking at my development. Can you see the plane flying over there? Awesome. So I mean, the beauty is just there. So when you go through a spiritual redemption, it is about you breaking away, or you stepping away, or you being more, I would say, enlightened, being more self-aware, that you're moving into a new way of thinking or believing or understanding spirituality. And the other thing is, it's about finding peace within yourself, and that's all the Creator wants for you. He wants you to be peaceful. He wants you to find him, to find his love, his guidance, his development, his understanding of the universe, for you to find your place within your living self or within society. Now, so many times, obviously, we've been programmed by our parents, by our grandparents, by carers, by people who love us because they want to give us the best for us because it was the best for them. But as you grow older, you learn different things, you interact with different people, and you find your way. And if it's done respectfully, and then you do move away from certain belief systems or beliefs or spiritualities, it can be quite beautiful because they're the foundations. I believe in everything you are born into or you interact with is from him anyway. So you just being alive, you just being on this planet, you just being here, and you, for example, if you were born into Islam, then you moved into Wicca, or you was in Wicca, then moved to Islam, or moved from Catholicism. I can never get that Catholicism, or to be Catholicism into Islam. Again, it's a path, and it's where we need to believe. We need to start having belief in ourselves and our link with God, because that's what faith is about: having faith in ourselves and in the Creator. So it's important to be not be limited of your freedoms. You should not be limited to believe, see, and receive. You should not be limited to experience faith. You know, and so many times I've heard people say, um, I've I moved into this system and I moved into this belief system because I wanted more structure. That's fine. That's how you want to do it. You know what? Fine. And it's my problem is where you've got people who decide to change or decide to have that calling, and then other people tell them that they're wrong. That's wrong. We all know that we all experience different things, and you can't turn around and tell somebody if they believe that they should move out or go and meet somebody else, fall in love with somebody else. That it's not down to you to tell around and tell them that it's wrong. If that person's not right for them, they will learn their own unique way. That's the important part of it all. The other point I wanted to talk about is that if you grow and expand your consciousness, this is what your spiritual development or your spiritual redemption is about. Now, redemption means to regain or gain permission of something or in exchange for payment or development. So, the redemption is about breaking free from the normal way of being. So when I spoke about growing and expanding your consciousness, it is about growing and expanding your consciousness within yourself. And someone else can't tell you what's going on in your mind. You know what's going on in your mind. You know yourself. You know, it's down to you to speak to different people. You want to call it enlightened people, to get opinions, guidance, maybe support. I know when I first found out and believed in spirit, obviously because I'm born Catholic, that I was visited by Archangel Gabriel. And from there, things, it was a roller coaster. And it wasn't a bad roller coaster, it was a roller coaster of understanding and learning. And it wasn't that my life was filled of lies. That's not what it was about. If anything, my life became even more richer and more important. And I really want to share this with you because I think it's so powerful. With anybody who has an experience or ever seen angels or ever experienced the the growth of their mind's consciousness shifting, it's so important that it is a beautiful and a one in a lifetime experience. It's like passing a driving test, falling in love, first day of college, first day of university, first day of moving out. It's one of those important things in life that we all need to experience, and we should hold that dear and hold that true. But the problem is other people don't understand and try and label you a rebel, or that you're being misguided by people when that's not the case. You know, if you're doing what you feel is right, at the end of the day, you're the one that is going to go through the peaks and troughs in life. So when we start developing, when we start shifting, um, and when I say when I started shifting, when I started embracing my path was so beautiful, but it was a challenge. But the problem is, right, is that when people say to me, "Yeah, but when I found spirit, life got harder, blah blah blah," and but if you didn't find spirit, who's to know that your life wouldn't be worse? You see what I'm saying? And that's what I found really amazing because you know what, some of the crap I've been through, I don't think I would have survived if it wasn't for them. Really, it was really really tough, and there's been days where I had no hope, and I really couldn't believe that I could um, live on this realm because I was so far detached from it. And I don't mean I was clinically ill or anything like that. I just felt I never belonged, you know, and at times I still do. But what spirit and what God has done is made me realize that I'm learning more about me. You know, I'm learning about me. I'm learning more about my existence. I'm learning more about my interactions with different people. I'm learning more about the people that I love. I'm learning more about people that I don't like. So it's a both roller coaster of emotions and understanding. And it's like, for example, thinking I was talking about to somebody today about it, about Facebook, and when they don't get that like, you know, or you know, thumbs up, and they're like, they get all really tetchy, and they say to me, well, I always like their pictures. I always acknowledge their pictures. Oh my gosh, let me just say, pardon, sorry. Let me just say, a herring just flew over my house. Never ever saw that before. And I was just talking about spiritual redemption. These are the signs, people, you need to look for when you're doing stuff and you see strange birds, doves, herrings, even cats, things like that, interacting with you at that time. This is what you need to look out for. But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying about Facebook. When I was talking to my friend today, and they were saying I don't get likes, and I'm always liking that person's pictures and blah blah blah, or on Instagram as well. And I'm like, bruv, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether they like your picture or not. Who are you? Why? What is the purpose of you putting a picture up? Are you putting a picture up of whatever you're doing? Whether it's a picture of your dinner, you know, or a picture of your day out with your friends or whatever. But what is it's for me when I put pictures up, it's to share with people on my Facebook my life, you know, what I'm doing, and because of where I've been to, where I am, they all know that I appreciate my life and where I'm at, and I want to share that with the people on my Facebook, which I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook anyway. Karnak does, but my personal one I don't have. It's family and close friends, or friends who I've known from before, from school, who I just keep in touch with. So really, so going back to what I was saying about Facebook and the spiritual redemption, it's about you becoming aware of like that's just smoke and mirrors, man. That's just smoke and mirrors, you know. Facebook and stuff like that, and likes and shares and all this. It's just smoke and mirrors. It's a feel good factor, but you shouldn't need to feel good if someone likes you, you know. Um, and there's a beautiful saying, I can't remember who said it, that you should be happy even though you're feeling sad. Or, no, sorry to lie. You should be happy even though things are going wrong, because when things go good, you always seem to be sad. Yeah, so basically, what it is that when things are bad, you need to be happy in it, and then good things will keep continuing to be happy. But when you are happy, when you things are getting bad, and you're happy, and you're not happy, bad things gonna happen, and then you just that's how things keep rolling according to the law of attraction. So for me, even though things are going well and not going bad, I it's tough sometimes. I just go, thank you, God, for all the amazing things, all the amazing people I meet, and let me be more like you and exist on this planet to do your work. Um, the other point I want to talk about is don't make excuses for being you. Never make excuses. Never, never apologize for you have a voice. I can guarantee you there's people out there that are saying a lot more stuff and a lot more unproductive stuff. But if you shared something or you've seen something and you want to communicate that with people that you know, don't be afraid to share that. It's such a beautiful thing. Um, the other thing as well is that as you develop and you get stronger within the spiritual redemption awakening, you become closer to God. And when you become closer to God, you learn more about who and what you're about. This is where you start really perpetuating and flying above the clouds. Look at them clouds there. Look at that. You see that little circle just there? That is just amazing. And look what we're talking about. You know what? I love being on the rooftop. It's just amazing, and the things you see and the experiences. And by the way, this isn't a green screen. This is exactly in motion. So as I'm talking, look at the stuff that's going on around me. I mean, if I can move to the side, I mean, can you see my toaster heart there? Here is a star, but this I put into. It's actually a um, uh, a spade sign from the cards. But the reason I use a spade sign is because it's about positive mental attitude, and that's what the card is. Anyway, so um, when you become more aware of your spiritual redemption and you're pulsating and things like this happens, oh my gosh, you start vibrating on a higher frequency. You start vibrating on a higher frequency that you cannot even imagine. You start seeing stuff that you need to start when you start seeing these changes, these little glitches, these little things. If anyone's seen the Matrix, you know when they said about the cat and the Matrix when these glitches, did you see it once or did you really see it, or was it just you thought you saw it? It's a matter of like you realizing that this has happened, that little glitches happen, little changes happen in life, and you got to recognize. When you recognize it, things get better for you, things improve. Watch the things that God gives you after your challenging time. It is so powerful. um Last point I want to talk about is that we create our own reality. So we do. I'm here because I've created this. Simple as. Period. I created my partner, my fiance. It's our anniversary yesterday. Today. Today. It's our anniversary, our anniversary 5 years, and I really wanted to do this video showing about redemption and look at the beautiful things that is happening right now. It is so we create a reality. Yes, the reality is like as we create it, I was talking to my partner about this the other day, and I said to her, we were talking about um, manifestation and consciousness awakening and consciousness shifting, right? And um, I said, take us as um, normal people, yeah, like in a family, brothers and sisters. Take God as the dad or the mum, right? And what does a parent want to do for their child? Above all, make them happy, right? So he will give you what makes you happy. So my prayer every night and every morning is, please bring to me what you feel is right for me and going to sustain me to be a better person. So they see me, they see you in me, you know. And I say that again. I always say, before I finish, I always say, please deliver or bring to me whatever you feel is right for me in order for my life to be enriched, so people you see you in me. And I will, because I know if I have to say, yeah, please make me more like you, that's a selfish connotation. Do you know what I mean? That's a selfish connotation. So in that way, I'm saying, please deliver your divine love to me, so I can, and help me to enrich other people, and also bless me. You see what I'm saying? Then me going, yeah, God, please, yeah, please, safe, please, yeah, make me more like you. Ain't gonna happen. So anyway, let me send there, and I'll see you in the next video. Yo, you know what? Stay blessed, and you stay safe. And you know what? Let's keep learning together, and let's keep growing together, because you're a beautiful being. Take care now. Much love.